AZ-801 real questions are newly updated to help you pass configuring Windows Server Hybrid Advanced Services exam. 1. You are planning the deployment of Microsoft Sentinel. Which type of Microsoft Sentinel data connector should you use to meet the security requirements? A. Threat Intelligence, TAXII. B. Azure Active Directory. C. Microsoft Defender for Cloud. D. Microsoft Defender for Identity. Answer: D. 2. You are planning the data share migration to support the on-premises migration plan. What should you use to perform the migration? A. Storage Migration Service. B. Microsoft File Server Migration Toolkit. C. File Server Resource Manager, FSRM. D. Windows Server Migration Tools. Answer: A. 3. You are remediating the firewall security risks to meet the security requirements. What should you configure to reduce the risks? A. A Group Policy Object, GPO. B. Adaptive Network Hardening in Microsoft Defender for Cloud. C. A Network Security Group, NSG, in Sub 1. D. An Azure Firewall Policy. Answer: A. 4. You need to meet technical requirements for Share 1. What should you use? A. Storage Migration Service. B. File Server Resource Manager, FSRM. C. Server Manager. D. Storage Replica. Answer: A. 5. You need to meet the technical requirements for User 1. To which group in Contoso.com should you add User 1? A. Domain admins. B. Account operators. C. Schema admins. D. Backup operators. Answer: A. 6. You need to back up Server 4 to meet the technical requirements. What should you do first? A. Deploy Microsoft Azure Backup Server, MABS. B. Configure Windows Server Backup. C. Install the Microsoft Azure Recovery Services, MARS, agent. D. Configure Storage Replica. Answer: C. 7. You need to meet the technical requirements for Cluster 3. What should you include in the solution? A. Enable integration services on all the virtual machines. B. Add a Windows Server role. C. Configure a fault domain DO the cluster. D. Add a failover cluster role. Answer: D. 8. You have 50 on-premises servers that run Windows Server. You have an Azure subscription that contains 50 virtual machines that run Windows Server. You need to create an Azure Monitor alert that will be triggered if one of the servers or virtual machines has less than 10% available disk space. What should you do first? A. Create an alert rule. B. Install the Azure Monitor agent on each server. C. Enable System Insights on each server. D. Create a log analytics workspace and configure the agent management settings. Answer: A. 9. You have an on-premises server named Server 1 that runs Windows Server and has the Hyper-V server role installed. You have an Azure subscription. You plan to back up Server 1 to Azure by using Azure Backup. Which two Azure Backup options require you to deploy Microsoft Azure Backup Server, MABS? Each correct answer presents a complete solution. Note: each correct selection is worth 1 point. A. Bare metal recovery. B. Files and folders. C. System state. D. Hyper-V virtual machines. Answer: A, C. 10. You have an Azure subscription that has Microsoft Defender for Cloud enabled. You have 50 Azure virtual machines that run Windows Server. You need to ensure that any security exploits detected on the virtual machines are forwarded to Defender for Cloud. Which extension should you enable on the virtual machines? A. Vulnerability Assessment for Machines. B. Microsoft Dependency Agent. C. Log Analytics Agent for Azure VMs. D. Guest Configuration Agent. Answer: A.